The trials that we experience will either deepen our faith or cause us to get angry at God. The suffering that we encounter will either cause us to rejoice in our future hope or become disillusioned with God.
This is a Truth Transforms Truth Nugget, a daily dose of truth for your daily transformation.
And then it states back in verse 3 that trials are various kinds. There are trials of different kinds. This means it could be anything. It could be sickness. It could be insults. It might be physical suffering. And maybe it's mental anguish. And maybe it's a tense relationship. But whatever it is, we need to remember that God is working through that, and God is bringing us to completion. He is maturing us as believers. So whatever it is, we should count it all joy. We're told, count it all joy that God is working in us. And see, some trials might be the consequence of your own sin. It very well could be. It might be that you sinned in some way, and that trial headed your way because of your own decisions, your own wrongful decisions that have gone against God's will. And it might be because of someone else's sin. You might have experienced a trial in your life because someone else has sinned and brought it upon you or brought it upon your family. It could be a combination. Or, like many times, it's not because of any sin. It's not because of anything you did wrong. It's just because there is a real reality that we have trials in this earth, that we will face testing, that we will face suffering in this earth. So regardless of the reason for the trial, we need to remember that God is working in us and maturing us as believers. And we need to keep a heavenly perspective in all circumstances and remember that God is building our character and our trust in Him. The trials that we experience will either deepen our faith or cause us to get angry at God. The suffering that we encounter will either cause us to rejoice in our future hope or become disillusioned with God. Which is it going to be? We need to choose how we respond. Nobody increases in strength by living an easy life. And I want to tell you, an underdeveloped theology of suffering will lead to an underdeveloped view of God. We need to have an area in our mind, an area in our theology to deal with the trials that come our way. And we need to have a high enough view of God to not let it shake our faith. Studying and putting this sermon together, and I just had to stop and pray, God, I hate trials. I hate testing. I hate suffering. You want me to preach on this? Yeah, you need to learn this. You need to learn the reason for these trials. You need to learn what I'm doing through these trials. You need to learn that we are conforming. I am conforming you. I am conforming everybody, all believers, into the image of Christ. This is the purpose of the trials. And we need to understand what God is doing in the trials, no matter what the trials are, no matter how difficult the trials are. We need to know what God is doing.
Thank you for watching. I do hope that was a blessing. If you did appreciate that, be sure to like it, share it with others, and hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. You'll be notified of new videos whenever they come out. And God bless you. Have a great day.